children, formula milk is not necessary. No, you're just filling the child of the stomach with formula, but you know they don't need it. And World Health Assembly says so. So what's the World Health Assembly? These are all the Ministry of Health in all over the world, and then they come together and then they tell you some steps on how you can have healthier children. So if you have your kasubha, that means you put it in your lugaw, no? It becomes medyo yellowish. It's high in calcium, it has protein, and it becomes really, really yummy food. Okay, what else? So I'll really be fast. I'm so sorry.
Kamote.
Kamote.
Research. Read labels. If you cannot pronounce it, don't feed it to your child.
So very simple. You can pronounce it, and you have this rule. And then I'm a chemical engineer, and said my husband says, doesn't apply to you. What else? No more here. Meron. Okay. What do you have? Okay. What's your name? Cell.
Expand the palate, have a tasting plate and tasting games.
Okay, you have your mango. It's high in vitamin A. It says here that expand your palate. Expand the child's palate, have a tasting plate and tasting game. Make a family rule that you have to taste it. No? And then you can have sometimes, you can have mga lemons, ganyan, and then let your child taste. What SAR really means. And if you're on formula kasi, they have difficulty distinguishing that because namamatay yung sensor sa bibig because of too much sugar. No? So, then, make it a rule sa bahay. You taste it before you say no. And they like saying no. But always remember, it's the terrific twos. This is the terrific twos. This is the terrific twos. And I tell you, oh. But it was very easy because I was very relaxed as a parent. What else? Okay, here. What's that you have? Malunggay.
Malunggay. Set healthy boundaries. Do not let the child call the shots. Parents should not become short for your kids.
Okay, your malunggay, no? It's very healthy. It's high in calcium. It has 4 times the calcium in milk, 7 times the vitamin C in orange. And what does it say? Can I have it, please? Because sometimes I don't memorize. Okay, set healthy boundaries. Do not let your child call the shots. Parents should not become short order cooks. I have this rule that whatever I put on the table is food. You eat it, period. Hindi yung pwedeng, gusto ko ng ganitong ulam. No. You eat it. So, you need to purge your pantry because they're very smart. Because if you have your biscuits and cookies, they will not eat their food properly, no? Because children do not have only breakfast, lunch, dinner. They don't have that, no? They have mini meals. They don't even have snacks. They have mini meals. That means they eat healthy every time because they're really growing fast and then their capacity of their stomach is really, really small. So I have to be fast na daw. No more? No more? Where's my saluyot? Okay.
That's not saluyot. That's
Albos ng kamote. Okay.
okay. Mealtime should not be a power struggle. No heating, no bribing. Do not use digital devices. Force feeding is dangerous.
Okay, what else? Give
a variety of indigenous and organic food in different colors.
Okay, so we discussed that already. This one is mealtime should not be a power struggle. So huwag niyang paluin yung anak mo. Hindi doesn't really help. Hitting doesn't really help. Bribing doesn't really help. Do not use digital devices. Digital devices doesn't really help. I don't know what gotten into parents to let the child play with their iPhone so that the child will eat. Because you're just creating trouble. You're just creating trouble. And force feeding is dangerous. And force feeding, I have had a 4-month-old who was force fed. I have had an 8-month-old who was force fed. And you know what? what happened? I now am handling 3 years old, 5 years old on liquid diet. And if you can take that, pwede naman gagawin mo yung ginagawa ko ngayon. But make sure, you have to remember that you might end up with a child who's 5 years old and doesn't eat solids. No? Thank you very much. Time na ka na daw. I tell you, I cannot stop talking about it. I love this topic. I'm so sorry.
So then we have time for 3 questions. So
Any of the mommies or daddies who'd like to ask questions for Miss Velvet, please feel free to approach any of our 2 mics here in the center. So mommies and daddies, if you have questions, ayan, we have our first mommy who'd like to ask. Or not? Ayan. Oh, yes, daddy.
What if your toddler really doesn't like to eat anything at all but milk?
You have to take off the milk because milk is not necessary at this age. That's why they don't eat because they're full. They don't eat because they're full. Yun lang. So, you have to take off the milk from the equation and introduce back eating solid food.
So, as in cold turkey.
Well, it really depends on you. Pero pag ako, if the child has no special needs, because different kasi, because I had this 5-year-old who had special needs, who was like on formula milk lang. The child was 6 years old. So it was a gradual transition. But your child is still 1 year old, okay lang yan. Kasi, takot lang tayo eh. Takot lang tayo, hindi sila kumain, mamatay sila, ganyan. Hindi pa naman yan. I'm sure you, if they're hungry, they will eat. They will eat. They will really eat. But just don't force feed your child. So, if the child really likes mangoes, then you slowly introduce mangoes. No? So, some parents are really parang strong-willed. Depende yan sa willingness mo talaga. So, parang yung iba talagang, okay, eto lang muna yung kinakain ng anak ko, so they gradually transition. So, they now introduce food with texture like brown rice. It has texture. Your white rice has no texture. Your polished rice has texture. So, yun. So, it really depends on you. Pero talagang matatapos. Pwede mo kasi sasabihin, okay, this is my last can. And I commit to it. Ganun lang. You commit to it. Where do you want, to drive? Parang saan yung drive mo talaga to really ensure that your child is eating well and eating healthy.
Yes, mommy, speak your name, then you can ask. Miss Velvet.
Joy, until what time should we give our food? Until what time are we allowed to give our child ang food? Kasi sa gabi, kung around 7 p.m. pa dapat stop na kasi matutulog pa sila, diba? They need to digest. I don't know until what time.
No, it's okay. I mean, if you're giving your child healthy food, that's okay. I mean, well, because my children are asleep by 7, 8 p.m. Yeah. Should be enough. So my children are asleep by 7, 8 p.m. and then they're awake 6, 7 p.m. And I don't, when they're 3 years old, I don't nap. Because mag-aaway ka lang kayo. No? So, no, I don't nap. So, bahala ka dyan. So, you play the whole day. Then they, 7 o'clock, bop. And then they wake up at 6, 7 a.m. No? So, yeah. What
Miss Velvet, where do you usually get your organic produce?
Oh, because we live at Centris. Centris, near Centris. Do you know where that is? I live in Quezon City. So we have our Sunday market there. But so I'm not so sure. Pag Quezon City ako eh. Hindi ko alam. Maybe you have, they have Legazpi market. There? So let's ask our facility.
One last, and then later, I think you can still consult.
Miss Velvet, I have a picky child. I have to wake up early in the morning, make yogurt, and I put fresh fruits. Then I try to